Greetings, seekers of the hidden and the ancient. Welcome to Ancient Chronicles AI, where forgotten worlds, sacred mysteries, and cosmic truths come alive through AI-driven storytelling. Today, we open the gate to explore the lost civilization of Lemuria, myth or memory, a journey into realms just beyond ordinary sight. Prepare your mind, steady your spirit, and step with me into the unknown. Long before the rise of Egypt, before the stones of summer were laid, before Atlantis sank beneath the waves, there was said to be another world. A world older than recorded history, older than the myths carved into temple walls, older even than the memory of the continents themselves. This world was Lemuria. Some call it a myth. Others call it a forgotten chapter of human history. But the whispers of Lemuria echo across cultures separated by oceans and centuries, suggesting that the story may be more than imagination. It may be a memory faint, fragmented, but persistent of a civilization that once flourished in a time before time. The legend begins in the vastness of the Pacific, where the ocean stretches like an endless mirror reflecting the sky. Here, beneath the waves, lie mountain ranges, plateaus, and submerged landmasses that hint at a world long vanished. Ancient navigators spoke of islands that appeared and disappeared. Polynesian elders told of ancestral homelands swallowed by the sea. And in the 19th century, scholars searching for the origins of humanity proposed the existence of a lost continent Lemuria. But the story of Lemuria did not begin with scholars. It began with the people of the Pacific, whose oral traditions preserve memories older than written history. The Hawaiians speak of Mu, a vast land to the west where their ancestors once lived. It was a place of peace, wisdom, and harmony, ruled by priests, kings who understood the secrets of the stars. Mu was said to have been destroyed in a great cataclysm, its people fleeing across the ocean to settle the islands that remain today. The Maori of New Zealand tell of Hawaii, the ancient homeland from which their ancestors journeyed. It was a land of abundance, a place where the gods walked among humans. Some versions of the story speak of Hawaii sinking beneath the sea, forcing the people to migrate. The people of Easter Island speak of a lost land called Hiva, a place of towering temples and advanced knowledge. They say their ancestors fled Hiva when it was destroyed by fire and water, carrying with them the secrets of stone carving and celestial navigation. Across the Pacific, the stories align. A great land, a wise people, a sudden destruction, a migration across the sea. These are not isolated myths. They are fragments of a shared memory. But who were the Lemurians? According to legend, they were a gentle people, deeply connected to the earth and the cosmos. They lived in harmony with nature, understanding the rhythms of the tides, the movements of the stars, the energies that flowed through the land. They built temples aligned with celestial patterns. They possessed knowledge of healing, agriculture, and spiritual transformation. Some traditions describe them as tall, graceful beings with elongated skulls and luminous eyes. Others say they communicated through telepathy, their minds attuned to the natural world. Still others claim they were the ancestors of many modern cultures, their bloodlines scattered across the globe after the cataclysm. The Lemurians were said to have lived in a time when the earth was different. The continents were arranged in ways unknown to modern maps. The climate was mild. The oceans were shallower. The world was young. But something happened. Something catastrophic. The legends speak of earthquakes that shook the land, volcanoes that erupted with unimaginable force, tidal waves that rose like mountains. The earth groaned, split, and swallowed the land of Lemuria. Some say it sank slowly over centuries. Others say it vanished in a single night. The survivors fled in all directions. Some traveled east, reaching the Americas. Others traveled west, reaching Asia. Still others sailed north and south, settling islands and coastlines. They carried with them fragments of their knowledge, fragments of their culture, fragments of their memory. These fragments appear in the myths of many cultures. In India, ancient texts speak of a lost land called Kumari Kandam, a vast continent south of India that was home to an advanced civilization. It was said to have been destroyed by rising seas, forcing its people to migrate north. Some believe Kumari Kandam and Lemuria are the same. In Madagascar, legends speak of Vazimba, the first inhabitants of the island. They were described as small, pale, and mysterious, with knowledge unlike any other people. Some believe they were descendants of Lemuria. In the Americas, the Hopi speak of a previous world destroyed by water. They say their ancestors survived by traveling across the ocean in reed boats, guided by spiritual beings. They describe a land that sank beneath the waves, a land that sounds remarkably like Lemuria. Even in Africa, there are stories of a lost land in the east, a place of great wisdom and beauty, destroyed in ancient times. These stories, scattered across continents, form a mosaic. Each piece alone is a myth. Together, they form a memory. But what evidence exists beyond legend? Beneath the Pacific Ocean lie vast plateaus and submerged mountain ranges that suggest the presence of ancient landmasses. The Mascarene Plateau, the Kerguelen Plateau, and the Zealandia continent all hint at a world that once existed above the waves. In the Indian Ocean, the submerged landmass, known as the Seychelles Plateau, contains granite formations that should not exist underwater unless they were once part of a continent. On Easter Island, the Moai statues stand as silent guardians of a forgotten past. Their construction remains a mystery. Their style resembles no other culture. Their presence suggests a civilization with advanced knowledge. In Peru, the elongated skulls of Paracas hint at a people with unusual physical traits. Some believe these skulls are evidence of Lemurian descendants. In India, ancient Tamil texts describe a land that once connected India to Australia, a land that sank beneath the sea. None of this proves Lemuria existed, but it suggests that something existed, something that left an imprint on the world. The question then becomes not whether Lemuria was real, but what it represented. Was it a physical continent that sank beneath the waves? Was it a cultural memory of ancient migrations? Was it a spiritual metaphor for a lost golden age? Or was it all three? The truth may lie in the intersection of myth and memory. Humanity has lived through countless cycles of creation and destruction. Ice ages, floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. Entire coastlines have vanished. Entire islands have sunk. Entire cultures have disappeared. It is not unreasonable to believe that a civilization once existed in the Pacific or Indian Ocean, a civilization that was destroyed by natural forces, leaving only fragments of memory behind. The story of Lemuria may be the story of humanity's forgotten past, a past erased by time, preserved only in myth, waiting to be rediscovered. But there is another layer to the legend, a spiritual layer. Some traditions say the Lemurians were not merely a physical people. They were a spiritual civilization, attuned to energies and dimensions beyond the physical world. They lived in harmony with the Earth's energy grid, understanding the flow of life forced through the land. They built temples on ley lines, harnessing the power of the earth. When their land was destroyed, their knowledge did not vanish. It was passed down through initiates, preserved in mystery schools, encoded in symbols. Some believe the Lemurians ascended to higher realms, becoming guardians of the earth. They are said to watch over humanity, guiding those who seek wisdom, whispering through intuition, appearing in visions. Whether this is literal or symbolic, the message is the same. Lemuria represents a time when humanity lived in harmony with nature, when knowledge was sacred, when the world was seen as a living being. The question is not whether Lemuria existed. The question is whether we remember. For the legend of Lemuria is not just a story of a lost land. It is a story of a lost way of being, a way of harmony, a way of wisdom, a way of connection. Perhaps the memory of Lemuria lingers because it speaks to something deep within the human soul. A longing for a world where humanity lived in balance with the earth. A longing for a time when knowledge was used for healing, not destruction. A longing for a golden age that may yet return. Myth or memory, legend or history, symbol or truth. Lemuria remains one of the great mysteries of the ancient world, a whisper from a forgotten age, a shadow beneath the waves, a memory waiting to be awakened. Our journey through the unseen now comes to a close, but the mysteries continue to whisper. If this exploration stirred your curiosity, consider liking and subscribing to help this channel grow and unlock even deeper secrets. Until our next passage beyond the veil, stay curious, stay aware, and take care.